My name is Rajiv Khanna, and I'm the Managing Director of an accredited training provider in the United Kingdom called Raj Khanna Associates Limited. But of course, we provide training anywhere else in the world, especially using virtual learning. We have created some presentations on Agile, Scrum, project management, change management, etc. So today we read an article about the concepts of incremental delivery, about school situations in the United Kingdom. So we've tried to relate the theory on how this decision could have been made or was made. As I said, we've done other presentations. So if you visit our website, you will see there's a page in there called News and Videos, and in there you will see videos on benefit maps, incremental delivery, iterative delivery, roles in Scrum, etc. So in one of the past presentations, we've spoken about two methods that are used effectively, extensively across the world, called Agile Project Management and Scrum Master. And in there, we discussed some principles, and they are around building incrementally and developing iteratively. So if you want to know more about that, please watch our previous video. In this one, we are specifically focusing on this concept of incremental delivery. What does that actually mean? So increment, as we said, it's a word that's about increase or addition. So there is a series of adding things to it. So if we look traditionally at a waterfall approach, and we may use the term stages or increments, etc., or even in some methodologies called tranches. During this period of foundation, we will identify the various elements that we need to deliver and decide or have a good idea which of these elements will be done in which stage. And there's extensive work that takes place during foundation. What we'll then do is to deliver the items we've decided in stage one, and at the end of stage one, we will review how did the delivery go. Was the solution we delivered as expected? What was the quality and timescales, costs, etc. like? And based on that, a decision is made to deliver certain items in stage two. Similarly, we'll make a decision at the end of stage two and deliver elements in stage three. So you might argue and saying, well, actually, that is incremental delivery. We're adding small things. But the true understanding of incremental delivery is this. Up to foundation, the work is very similar. So you identify the various elements you're going to deliver, and you say, well, okay, which of those we're going to deliver as part of increment one. So you deliver whatever solution you are delivering, but this time we actually deploy whatever we have delivered. So we actually get people to start using it. And it's only once we start to use it do we truly understand whether it works or not. And it's like a car. You can have a look at the car in the garage and it feels good, it looks good, and yes, it is what you wanted. But more and more garages, and especially now, because the business model will change, will give you the car possibly for a weekend. And you'll drive the car perhaps on a highway or a motorway, see what its performance is like, see what the sound systems are like. You probably drive it in town, look at the consumption, and based on that weekend driving, you will then decide what to do. Similarly in here, we'll use whatever solution has been developed, and somewhere along this journey here, you may need to wait till the end, but anywhere along the journey here, you will take the feedback on how that went, and then you will plan for increment two. So there you see is the difference between the waterfall and the incremental delivery because we have the huge element of using it. And of course, if people are starting to use it, then it's very likely that we'll be starting to deliver some benefits early on. The users will have confidence in our ability to do so. And that's really the incremental approach as opposed to waterfall. So that's a bit of a revision for some of us. So how does this apply to the current situation about schools in the United Kingdom? The BBC News on their website today were talking about the plans for school and what is the government doing. So had we gone down, or if the government had looked at in a waterfall way, during foundation, we would have looked at saying which classes are going to open when. So during stage tranche 1, on the 1st of June, the reception year 1 and year 6 will go back. And we've already planned in here that on the 15th of June, we're going to get year 2, year 7, year 8 to go back to school. And therefore, it's happening in an incremental way, but a lot of it, the decision and a lot of hard work and the preparation for schools to open up in that day would have been done at foundation. However, if we consider the incremental approach, this is what would have happened. So during foundation, we'd have done the same work and said, as part of increment 1, we are actually going to plan all the things that the schools need in order to open and do some thinking, but only for reception, year 1 and year 6. Having done that, then on the 1st of June, at this point in here, those three, as they did, went to school. And really, we should not even be considering, we have an idea we'd like to open on the 15th for difference, but no lot of sort of detailed work has actually gone in. So increment 2, as we said, after 3 days, after a week, or after 2 weeks, some decisions would have been made, and then we start to plan increment 2 to see how we slowly get the year 2, 7 and 8 back to school. So it's important we deploy. And based on this, as we said, we will learn what is going on. There's a lot of learning happening here. So if we look at the BBC, they reported to say, at the end, based on the information, it shows only 3/4 of those could have returned, didn't go to school. So they actually stayed at home. 11% of the primary pupils were in school. Only a quarter of those would have gone back. And therefore, the deployment and sending those children back to school didn't go as well as the government had hoped. And therefore, if we look at the decision that was made, the plan for all primary school years has been dropped by the government. Now, had the government done detailed planning for those years using the waterfall approach, which is this one here, then the effort about the other classes would have been wasted. But if that same work was carried out based on the findings that we've got here, then that work would not have been done, and schools and parents would not have felt apprehensive. Now, I am not part of the COBRA committee, which people are not aware of, is chaired by the Prime Minister, and of course you would have had the Secretary of State for Education in there. So for us, the thinking seems very right, because we did 2 weeks. It's only the 9th of June today, and in the 9th of June, a decision has been made not to do that. And that looks like a good incremental way of thinking. And if government did that, then of course they should be applauded for that. And we can use the same logic in our work, at home, whatever. So we hope you've been able to see once again the advantages of doing things in an incremental way as opposed to waterfall. But having said that, there are times that you actually have to use waterfall and incremental won't work. So the only thing we're asking you here, when you're doing your foundation, preparation, etc., not ask yourself this question, should we deliver this in an incremental way? The question we should ask is there any reason why we should not deliver this in an incremental way? Because we do believe the more and more we move into incremental delivery, the better our business are going to be. So we hope this short presentation based on the decision made in the United Kingdom regarding school gives you a good opportunity to apply this in your personal initiatives. Our thoughts still, I know there are certain countries in the world who've gone back to their new normal. We haven't. So we do ask you all still to please look after yourself, your colleagues, and of course the people who are looking after us, the key workers that are out there. Once again, thank you for listening. We hope you found the presentation useful, and if there's anything further we can do, then please don't hesitate to contact us. We provide different kinds of certifications. These are, as you see, APMG International accredited on Agile, Change Management, Scrum Master, and of course, more and more around Praxis. If you have any feedback on how you found our videos, please send me an email and we look forward to hearing from you. Plus, if there are any other videos you'd like us to prepare, that'll also be helpful. Thank you very much.